Hey there, fellow seekers of wisdom. Welcome back to our channel. Today, we've got something truly special for you, a guide to unlocking the profound philosophy of Stoicism. I can't wait to dive into this transformative journey with you. So, grab a comfy seat, hit that subscribe button, and let's unlock the secrets of Stoicism together. 1. What is Stoicism? The private diaries of one of Rome's greatest emperors, the personal letters of one of Rome's best playwrights and wisest power brokers, the lectures of a former slave and exile turned influential teacher, against all odds. Some 2 millennia later, these incredible documents survive. They contain some of the greatest wisdom in the history of the world, and together, they constitute the bedrock of what is known as Stoicism, an ancient philosophy that was once one of the most popular civic disciplines in the West, practiced by the rich and the impoverished, the powerful and the struggling alike in the pursuit of the good life. Except to the most avid seekers of wisdom, Stoicism is either unknown or misunderstood. To the average person, this vibrant, action-oriented, and paradigm-shifting way of living has become shorthand for emotionlessness. Given the fact that the mere mention of philosophy makes most nervous or bored, Stoic philosophy on the surface sounds like the last thing anyone would want to learn about, let alone urgently need in the course of daily life. It would be hard to find a word that dealt a greater injustice at the hands of the English language than Stoic, in its rightful place. Stoicism is a tool in the pursuit of self-mastery, perseverance, and wisdom, something one uses to live a great life, rather than some esoteric field of academic inquiry. Certainly, many of history's great minds not only understood Stoicism for what it truly is, they sought it out. George Washington, Walt Whitman, Frederick the Great, Eugene Delacroix, Adam Smith, Immanuel Kant, Thomas Jefferson, Matthew Arnold, Ambrose Bierce, Theodore Roosevelt, William Alexander Percy, Ralph Waldo Emerson, each read, studied, quoted, or admired the Stoics. The ancient Stoics themselves were no slouches. The names you encounter on this site in our daily email meditations: Marcus Aurelius, Epictetus, Seneca belonged to, respectively, a Roman emperor, a former slave who triumphed to become an influential lecturer and friend of the Emperor Hadrian, and a famous playwright and political advisor. What have all these and countless other great men and women found within Stoicism that others missed? A great deal. Primarily, that it provides much needed strength, wisdom, and stamina for all of life's challenges. To dot the origins and principles of Stoicism, Stoicism traces its origins back to ancient Greece, flourishing in the 3rd century BC. The philosophy was founded by Zeno of Citium and further developed by influential Stoic philosophers such as Epictetus, Seneca, and Marcus Aurelius. At its core, Stoicism is a practical philosophy concerned with ethics and the pursuit of a good life. The principles of Stoicism revolve around recognizing the limits of our control and focusing on our inner world, shaping our mindset and actions accordingly. Central to Stoicism is the understanding that external events are beyond our influence, but we have complete control over our attitudes and responses. This dichotomy of control empowers us to direct our energy towards what truly matters, our inner virtues, values, and personal growth. Stoics believe in embracing the inevitability of change and impermanence, understanding that both joy and suffering are part of the human experience. By accepting this truth, we are encouraged to cultivate equanimity and find strength in the face of adversity. Furthermore, Stoicism places great emphasis on the development of virtues such as wisdom, courage, justice, and temperance. Acting with virtuous intent becomes the ultimate goal, guiding our choices and actions in our daily lives. 3. The Stoic mindset. To fully unlock the power of Stoicism, cultivating a Stoic mindset is essential. This mindset involves shifting our perspective and aligning our thoughts with Stoic principles. One of the fundamental beliefs in Stoicism is that our perceptions of events, rather than the events themselves, shape our experiences. It is not the external circumstances that disturb us, but our judgments about them. By training ourselves to see the world through a Stoic lens, we can build resilience and maintain inner calm amidst chaos. The Stoic practice of negative visualization plays a transformative role in shaping our mindset. By contemplating and envisioning the loss of the things we cherish, we learn to appreciate them more fully in the present moment. This practice not only cultivates gratitude, but also prepares us mentally to navigate potential future losses. Building emotional resilience is another vital aspect of the Stoic mindset. Stoics teach us to acknowledge and accept our emotions without being overwhelmed by them. By practicing equanimity, we can navigate the highs and lows of life with grace, letting go of attachments to fleeting emotions and finding stability in our inner selves. Through the Stoic mindset, we free ourselves from the burden of constantly seeking external validation and find genuine contentment in our own self-worth. Stoicism teaches us that true happiness lies in living virtuously and in alignment with our highest values. 4. Who were the Stoic philosophers? Agoricles, king of the Spartans, once quipped that he wanted to be the student of men, whose son I should like to be as well. It is a critical consideration we need to make in our search for role models. Stoicism is no exception. Before we begin our studies, we need to ask ourselves, who are the people that followed these precepts? Who can I point out as an example? Am I proud to look up to this person? Do I want to be more like them? The Roman Emperor Marcus Aurelius, the playwright and political advisor Seneca, and the slave-turned-prominent teacher Epictetus. These are the 3 Stoics you need to get to know first. Once you do, we're confident you will want to follow in their footsteps. Point 9. What are the best books on Stoicism? Meditations by Marcus Aurelius. Meditations is perhaps the only document of its kind ever made. It is the private thoughts of the world's most powerful man giving advice to himself on how to make good on the responsibilities and obligations of his positions. Marcus stopped almost every night to practice a series of spiritual exercises, reminders designed to make him humble, patient, empathetic, generous, and strong in the face of whatever he was dealing with. You cannot read this book and not come away with a phrase or a line that will be helpful to you. Next time you are in trouble, read it. It is practical philosophy embodied. Letters from a Stoic by Seneca. While Marcus wrote mainly for himself, Seneca had no trouble advising and aiding others. In fact, that was his job. He was Nero's tutor, tasked with reducing the terrible impulses of a terrible man. His advice on grief, on wealth, on power, on religion, and on life are always there when you need them. Seneca's letters are the best place to start, but the essays in On the Shortness of Life are excellent as well. Discourses by Epictetus. That Epictetus' teachings survive to us is remarkable. It is only thanks to a student named Arian, who's credited with transcribing the lessons he learned in Epictetus' classroom at the beginning of the 2nd century AD. Arian wrote in a letter prior to the Discourses publishing, "Whatever I used to hear him say I wrote down, word for word, as best I could." As a record for later use of his thought and frank expression, Arian would use those lessons to achieve renown throughout Rome as a